Well, here we are. We're on the east side of Chinook Pass, watching clouds roll over the hill from the west side going toward the east side. And where we're going today is right around over here. I'll scan down. And we're going clear out over there, down on the Naches River. This is the very top of all that, American River and all the rest of that. Just beautiful high mountain, high country. A lot of rock slides, and you can see where there's been a lot of avalanche chutes in here. Back over on this hillside, all through there, all of that. They have trouble keeping this road open in the wintertime, so they don't even try. It's closed usually. Anyway, let's get moving or we won't get to where we're going. Just remove the corner of this out of here. I'll try and get all that dirt out of there. Remember to bring a brush with me this time. I was able to pull this cracked piece of bedrock out of here just by my hand. I didn't have to use any tools on it. So I rushed up to the truck, got the stuff. See if we can get all this put in our bucket. We'll do a little bit of this. I got another spot here I want to check, so I'm going to get over there and check that. I was a little disappointed I didn't get anything out of that last time we did a little bit of this, so thought I'd do a little more cracking and see what I get with it. That's a little different spot. You can't really see it, but I'm only about 2 feet up off the water level here. So this would be normally underwater, even in a normal summertime. So we'll see how this goes. I'll bring you back when I'm getting ready to bust out something. Watching me scoop this dirt out of there can't be terribly interesting, so I'll come back to it. Well, I just knocked this loose with a hammer. We'll take that and I'll brush it off in my bucket. Get that material. And sweep it into my spoon. Okay, let's see if we knock anything else loose from that. Okay, I think we're going to need to move to another location because I don't see any more cracks that I can work easily and with this shot. So hang on a minute, we'll see if we can move you. Okay, here's another hole I found about 1.5 foot from where we were working before. It's got a lot of loose material in it, so I'll just scrape all that up and we'll check that out and pan it. Well, I should have brought that vacuum pump with me. I can see, or that car vacuum, 12-volt car vacuum with me. I can see that. Forgot to do that again. Did remember a brush. Got different scoops. I'm running out of time, but hey, I'm doing it. So this is what I'm doing here, trying to clean this out right in here. And I'm going to see if I can lift this piece right here out of there. So That might be out of your field of view. This bedrock is interesting. It's got these bubbles in it. So I'm going to try to be real careful and remember to clean all those out real well. Pretty clean. I tried to cut this so it's got a little bit of an angle on it so I can get into these crevices easier. I don't know how well that's working, but it seems to be working pretty good. I feel like I'm cleaning the cracks out better than I did before. Okay, let's give this a shot, see what we got for panning. Well, this is the place I'm going to try and check and see if we got anything in it. If you look right there where the shovel's at, that's where I'm going to dig a hole. Take 10 gallons of sample out of there, probably try and go about 3-4 feet. And if you can see that boulder field right there, what we're after is to find out if there's anything in that left over. It looks like this was from an old mining. I took a picture from it from the other direction to kind of give you the feel. But you look in here and it's in a line. It goes right up through here, and there's another one back over there. It just looks strange, so we don't know if there was a bucket dredge in here or not, but we think there might have been a dragline dredge. And that's how they got the material up and run. Anyway, we're going to check through this, and I'm going to dig my hole right there where that shovel's at. So we'll come back and we'll talk about that when I get some work done. Well, we dig a little bit, throw a little bit into the bucket, dry classifying this. An awful lot of sand, real light sand in this. find much in it or not. Find a small gravel, you know, this side stuff, cobble down here, so I don't know. We'll continue to dig in here and see how far we get. Down about 10 inches shovel depth. Another tool in here and see what I can do with it. Try this rake. This is all rebel rock. It's pretty well been worked. Rounded up. It's got some sharp edges to it, but not much. I think this stuff used to be in the river at one time. That's why we were kind of interested to take a look at it. We'll work this down a little bit. A little further along. I'll bring it back and get down a bit for the other sample. The plan is to get 2 5-gallon buckets out of here and process those to see what we get. I'll continue to work this and I'll get you back. Well, I was making great headway, and then I ran up against this rock. It's a stubborn rock. You don't want to come out of it. It's so close, but it won't come. So I had to get my little shovel out. I'm able to move it. Imagine if I had some water under there, I'd be able to move it. Here in this dry spot, it's kind of like taking a jigsaw puzzle apart. You gotta remove 3 rocks to get the one out. Sample out of here. That one was holding it. Now I got it. Now down inside there, I have a hole that's a lot bigger than I planned on. But it's alright because I'm into some nice gravel. I don't know if you can see that or not. Well, we'll get some of this gravel and we'll run this and see what we got in it. Hopefully there's a little bit of color in there because I hate to think I spent all this time digging a hole with no gold. Rocks with this, get them out of there. Alright, I think we're back to the big shovel now. I'll dig a little more. Come back and look at us again. Bottom, I hit a nice little gravel sand layer in there. Of course, I put too much in here, I got too excited. So, taking those classifiers down, dump it all out. There we go. About 2 feet down. Yeah, it's about 2 feet, not quite, but good enough for the girls I go out with. Anyway, this is looking pretty good. Got a lot of roots in there you gotta watch out for. We'll go down a little bit further on this, and I think we'll call her a day. Something weighty and sharp, cut my arms. The bees thought that was just great. They were after all that blood, evidently. It's too sweet. I don't want you. Okay. Yeah, we're right where I think I wanted to be. I didn't get my 10 gallons, but I think I got enough to find out what's going to happen. So let me classify this down. Boy, the bees. Pile of hornets in here. Okay. You can see that or not. We got about, a little more than a half bucket. About 2.5, maybe 3 gallons of material. And we'll just fill this hole back in and we'll go sample this, and if this plays out, we'll come back and dig this out. But I think I'm done for the day here, so I'm going to go ahead and fill this in. State of Washington, if you abandon your hole for 48 hours down on the river side, you got to fill it back in. Back up here, general rule is you don't want to leave a hole where somebody can fall into it. So if I'm going to take the time to taper the hole and do all that, I'm just going to fill it in and it'll be ready for me when I come back next time, if I want to do it in the spot again. So, well, since you watched me fill a hole in, I'll come back to you. Once I get it filled in, you can see what it looks like. The material that came out of that hole is, of course, that big rock and all those. So all that goes back in the hole, and we'll come back when we get her done. All right. Later. Okay. All that dirt that was there is now in that hole right there and covered with a rock. That's why that rock is, so I can find it again if I decide to come back. Anyway, here we go. Let's go pan this out and see what we got. Okay, we've got about 3 gallons of concentrates, and I threw some water in there to get it wet, because I like doing this when it's wet, not dry. So we're going to pull this out, we'll pan it out, and we'll see how much, if any, gold we have. And I promise I'm not going to make you watch 3 gallons of this stuff getting panned out. So let me work this down and to the point where I either get the first bit of gold or get to the end and look at all the gold. But I'll pan this down and we'll see how it looks. All right, I'll come back to you. Okay, last pan. Well, no joy. Nothing in there. I must have raised the bed of this creek right in here about 4 inches. No gold. We'll dig another hole next time. All right, later.